back. Well, we're back with Bolivar, the Bolivar Cofradia Lost and Found, and today's selection is the Oscuro, which is actually, and they even say so themselves, the Maduro, but it is 5x54 Robusto. There is the density. Has a decent feel in the hand, just like the EMS, English Market Selection is what that stands for, or natural is what it really was. Just both of them have a good feel in the hand. Now, to give you the quick background, Justin Andrews and Robert Caldwell. Justin Andrews of STG, Scandinavian Tobacco Group, collaborated to create this cigar, and it's what Robert Caldwell calls the forgotten tobacco. He's bringing back the forgotten tobacco from the Central America best cigar factories to the U.S. And in 2021, Robert Caldwell and Justin Andrews traveled to Honduras, where they were given full-fettered access to the vast tobacco library of the legendary HATSA factory in Danlí, Honduras. And they concentrated on bales that contain 5 to 8 year old Ecuadorian Sumatra and Connecticut broadleaf. And those were the bales that ultimately formed the building blocks of the Bolivar Cofradia. These cigars are available in 5 packs because of their use of rare, limited tobaccos. The Oscuro, which is really Maduro, uses a 5 to 8 year old aged Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, and Dominican, Nicaraguan, and Honduran filler. Available also in a Toro size 6x54. Priced right, $6.99 for the Robusto, $7.49 for the Toro. The Robusto version of the EMS, or the natural, did very well. Checking my notes here, it got a 92.67, and it was a very good cigar, actually. So let's see how this cigar compares. The new Bolivar Cofradia Lost and Found Oscuro. Very dark cigar. Very dark. Good draw. I had something last night after I did my reviews that I needed my perfect draw for. Boy, that thing was tight. This one is okay. Well, your first flavors are a little all over the place. Dark chocolate, a little citrus peel, a little nougat, a thick nutmeg, some leather, and some black coffee. Black pepper at about 7.5. So that's how you start. It's got a little settling down to do, even though I'm about a half inch in. There's a lot going on, and I'm sure it'll settle down. But initially, that's what you have. It's pretty dark. Has a little sweetness to it. So we'll see how we pan out at the first third. First third, maybe a wee bit beyond it. I would say the flavors have settled down. There is unsweetened dark chocolate, citrus peel, a touch of citrus, a touch of brown sugar, light nutmeg, and quite a bit of black coffee. I don't really have the leather anymore. I don't really have the nougat anymore. Medium bodied. Finish is nutmeg, a little brown sugar. Pretty good lingering black pepper. The cigar is still very dark noted. It has a little sweetness that's entered into the mix with the actual citrus, and it's not a lot, but it's a little bit. But it does counteract the darker notes, and there's quite a bit of them with the unsweetened dark chocolate and black coffee, and both of those are pretty high, elevated wise. The first third I rate 91. And it's sort of hitting me like it could go either way at this point. I'm really not sure. I mean, I've had several, but the review cigar, you get down to it a little bit tighter. So I want to see which way we're going to go. So let's find out. Into the second third. And the citrus sweetness sort of came out a little more. You still have the other notes, the dark chocolate, the nutmeg, the very light brown sugar, and for the most part, a lot of a very dark roasted black coffee, very, very much a black coffee. But this cigar is a little sweeter because of the citrus. The citrus peel is still there too. I think I left it out. Still medium bodied. Finish is unchanged. Not a lot changed. But I like the added sweetness, so I'll raise it to 92 for the second third. It's not a bad cigar. Very dark, but it has some sweetness, and that's what I look for. So it's burning much faster than the EMS or the natural, and I don't know why, because it's burning. It's not like it's a bad burn. It's just burning faster. So let's shortly from now, let's wrap it up. Down to the end, so let's wrap it up. The only thing that changed in the final third was the sweetness sort of dropped back to kind of the way it was in the first third as far as the intensity. So the cigar doesn't change much. So, I'm going to drop it to 91 for the final third. It's still good as far as I'm concerned. I could have it again. Of course, it's above my 90 line as far as 90 and above is what I could easily smoke again. Medium is still medium bodied. I mean, I'm a little surprised at that, but finish is a touch of citrus, dark chocolate, some nutmeg, a little black coffee. I mean, you got a few things on the finish there, and pretty good lingering black pepper. But for me, it's a 91 on the final third. It's just that's how it's hitting me as far as the enjoyment and what have you. So your overall score is 91.33. That's where I think it belongs to. That's right where it ought to be. of the two, the natural was, in my opinion, a little better. In fact, it was 1 1/3 points better because it was 92.67. Yeah, that's about right. The natural is the better of the two. This isn't bad, but it's not as good as the natural. I mean, in my opinion. Maybe you think different. But that'll do it. The Bolivar Cofradia Lost and Found Oscuro Robusto, 91.33.